You can make a movie with just about anything. And Blender is, the great thing about Blender is it's free. How many people have ever used Blender here? 3? Okay. Anybody else heard of Blender? Okay, all right. What have people heard? Have you heard anything about it, one way or the other?
Heard it's free.
Yes, that's a good thing.
Crazy weird interface.
Crazy weird interface. I cannot argue with you. What Blender is an open source 3D animation program that gives you a lot of the same functionality as, say, Maya or Max or any of the professional animation programs. And here's a lot of the functionality of it right here. It imports, exports just about any file and can run on just about any operating system you see down there. So when you say crazy interface, I think if I were to go to the Blender website and download the current stable version, Blender 2.49, what I would get would be something that looked kind of like that. What the hell is that? I mean, I agree. You really, I can see how people would download that and open it thinking it's free, I'll give it a shot, open that up and say no thank you. Because it's even hard to know what to do with this. So the good thing about Blender is it's really customizable. And here's an example of the way I've customized my screen. Looks a little more like a 3D app, right? A little. What I'm going to do real quick, well not real quick, but what I'm going to do is I just want to show you that it isn't that scary, that you can do stuff with this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to sit here, hopefully while you're fairly interested, and I'm gonna make a character. Okay? I'm going to just, and hopefully through doing this, I can show you some of the tools that you get with Blender. What I'm going to do is add a modifier, mirror. I'm going to add a modifier against subsurface. So, the way Blender began, I'm gonna also give you a little bit of history as we go along here. Blender began in the late 1990s as an in-house animation program for a company called Not a Number. And the guy that created it is named Ton Rosendahl. And he wrote the program for his, he owned the company, and he wrote the program for his in-house animators. The problem is, as with so many of these kind of companies, unlike Backlot Imaging, they went belly up. And by 2002, the creditors owned the company. And he asked him if he could have the code to Blender so he could release it, because he had been selling it as shareware and had a small but fairly committed following to the program. And they said, sure, you can have it for $100,000. And so he went out to the small Blender community and what he did is he asked for donations from the small community, expecting that maybe in a year or two he would raise at least part of the money to buy this application, to buy the code. And it turned out he was able to raise the money in 2 months. And so was born the rabid Blender community. If you've ever gone out and gone to any of the Blender websites or anything, they are their own kind of thing. The people who are into this program just love it. And so that was kind of the first inclination that he had something. So what he did is he released the program open source and has created the Blender Foundation to help develop the program. Has anyone seen any of the Blender open movies?
Well, the big hair, I think what it's called.
Well, there was Big Buck Bunny,
Yeah, that's the one.
and there was Elephant's Dream. And has anyone seen the newest movie out called Sentel? Well, that was one of the things I was going to do today, was show the movie. And we can if anyone's interested. So what they do is they make short animations to drive the development of Blender. And by the way, if anyone has any questions about what I'm doing as I'm doing it, yell out, because I can't see you.
Hey Darrin, what you doing?
Making leg.
Make a leg.
Well, is it spline or poly based? Or is it something like that?